Hey, what God, this your boy Finnery Moon. Alright guys, Happy New Year 2026. We're still here, we're still making these videos for you guys. Thank you guys for being with us all this time, and we still love you guys. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into this, I just wanted to say this. I might be because it might happen in the video. I might be in the middle of talking about something specifically and totally forgot about it and just move on to something else. If that happens, I'm sorry about that. Due to my health problems, I have like memory losses and also the chemtrails that they keep spraying everyone with. I have 3 different type of metals that our body cannot break down, so our body just stores. It don't store it in our it don't store it in our stomach or none of it. It does, but not really. Actually, the metal actually travel to your brain, which cause dementia and memory losses. Look it up. I had to look up all these things because I got so much health problems. So but I'm still here. We're still here making these videos. We love you guys. All right. Thanks for sticking with us for all this time. You know what I'm saying? And but if you're new here, please subscribe to our Rumble channel, our YouTube channel, our BitChute channel, and follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram. If you aren't new here, please do so. All right. Let's get into this. Let's comic in. All right. Okay. Marvel Studios is completely trash. They don't care about the characters, like Wonder Man, for instance, and many others. And we're going to be talking about that and more other things that I choose to talk about in this video. Okay. They changed the character. The Wonder Man in the TV show is not the Wonder Man in the comic book. Okay, only thing they had similar to in the Wonder Man TV show that he was an actor and he had his power. He showed some of his powers. Now, what they did in the show was completely wrong. They made him poor at the beginning. They made him a mutant, and they made him all focus on nothing but acting. Which is nobody mentioned anything about the Avengers or any of that into that TV show. That's how terrible it was. You see what I'm saying? And they was what I was more exciting when I saw that was that the little Wonder Man movie that they showed that had the dude look like he was in the 80s or something. I was more about exciting to see that. I mean, I came across when he was talking about the making of that part. I was excited about that. I was like, that's Wonder Man. I'm looking at that's Wonder Man right there. But, you know, they didn't give us that. And then he talking about like they was so excited about what, screwing up the character? Because you ain't show no respect to the character. Before I get into the breakdown, a little bit of breakdown I can remember about the character in the comics, before I get into that, these people don't care about the comics characters. They don't care about the creators. They don't care about what Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and Dan went through. They don't care about how the fans love these characters. They don't care about these fans that some of these comic characters been passed down through generation to generation. Wonder Man came out in October 1969. Somebody loved comics, picked up that comics. They loved that character. So every time that character come out, every time they came out with something about that character, that person bought it. And they passed that knowledge, that love down to their kids. To generation. So it's happening. You see, but Marvel doesn't care. And then they blame the fans when we don't like the trash that they put out. And then they will lie to us like they doing this, and then we think they doing this, and next thing you know, they doing something totally different from the character. And then they don't come out publicly apologize. They're like, we dumb for even, like, why we even thinking in the way we were thinking. That was dumb us thinking that what they said going to be this way and they end up going with this. We was dumb to believe them, which is right. We shouldn't be believing anything what these evil people be saying. Okay? Because people, we love these characters. The fans is the one go to these theaters when we was going to these theaters. We go to these comic cons. We go to these comic book shops. We go to all of these things where they sell action figures, get these limited edition of Marvel comics, action figures and all that. We DVD, all of that. We do all of those things. We buy streaming service just because, rent streaming service, because we ain't buying, we rent streaming service just because to actually have access to our Marvel films and Marvel comics and stuff like that, you know? But let's break down right quick. The reason why, okay, in the Marvel Wonder Man, he was the rival of Tony Stark. Okay, he was a rival of Tony Stark. Stark Industry outdid them. They company went into the ground. I think the reason why the company went into the ground, not only because Tony Stark Industry was better than them, but they made bad decisions. He made bad decisions based off his brother, what his brother was telling him, which his brother's Grand Reaper. Simon Brothers Grand Reaper. Now Simon business was passed down to him. So he thought he was living luxury, you know, he thought he was good. But like I was saying, he made a lot of bad decisions, business decisions, based off what his brother Eric wanted him to do, and he lost everything. But he still hated Tony, because Tony was his rival. Tony and them was kicking his business tail. They were losing money, they were losing things. You see what I'm saying? And so what happened, they became villains, they broke the law, and they went to prison. And that's when Simon met Baron Zemo, and Baron Zemo, the one gave Simon his powers by hooking him up to some machine or inject him with something, and he gave him his powers. Okay? And then he wanted him to infiltrate Avengers, because he was controlling him. When he gave him power, he didn't tell him, I'm going to control you, but he was controlling him. He wanted him to infiltrate Avengers. But when he saw the Avengers being heroic, he decided not to do what Baron Zemo wanted him to do, so he betrayed Baron Zemo. Within the process, he died. So he sacrificed himself for the Avengers. But the type of power he's got, he was able to resurrect himself. Because he can fly, you know what I'm saying? He don't have to eat, drink, sleep, none of those things no more. I mean, his power level's on the rival with Hulk, like Incredible Hulk. I mean, he like, bam, knocked him out, boom. Thor, bam. Hercules, bam. You know, him and Hercules was fighting. He knocked Hercules to a wall. Boom, Hercules like, oh, you on rival with Thor. And they went out drinking. You see what I'm saying? I mean, this man actually took a bomb. He swallowed a bomb, blew himself up inside, and moments later he came back, ready to kick ass. You see what I'm saying? That's the Wonder Man that we wanted to see. That's the origin of Wonder Man. You see what I'm saying? Now, he did do acting, because reason why? Because his personality is vain. He have a vain personality, so he would love to be an actor so he can have that, you know, be able to have that personality portrayed on the TV show. You know, he vain, you know. So that's the part that they did in the TV show that was accurate, that he wanted to be an actor. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, the TV completely is trash. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it don't hold to Wonder Man. It's not the real character. It's basically something that they made and try to force on the fans and say, fans, you're gonna love it. And they want this. When you looking at these fools, this is what their image of us. Little stupid, brainwash, just buy anything they put out and just say we love them. This is what they want us to be. Oh my goodness, Marvel. They coming out with such great product, TV shows, movies. Even though they changing the characters that we grew in love from generation to generation, it doesn't matter. Why? Because it's Marvel. Wow. They can't do anything wrong. Yeah, right. We ain't like that. That's why you felon. And I wanted to say this before I get up out of here. The show completely trash. Is not Wonder Man. I broke it down for the best I can remember what the difference is between. Only thing that they kept that was true to Wonder Man, as far as I could tell, was his acting. Everything else is completely trash because they changed him. He's a mutant now. You see what I'm saying? And he's a criminal now because he broke a criminal out of prison now. So he's not even a superhero. He's a villain now. And the person that he broke out, his best friends, I consider a villain because he would play any role just to actually get it. Just to be an actor. I mean, the Mandarin. Everybody knew this was a demonic person. He was acting like the Mandarin, causing harm and fear throughout the country, throughout the world, and he was loving it. Why? Because he was an actor. So if you do stuff like that, and you don't care what you're doing, how you affecting people, only you care about what you're doing, you're pretty much evil. So yeah. So it comes down to Wonder Man is a criminal. He's a fugitive that broke into a facility that was keeping a fugitive there and a criminal there. He broke him out of prison. So yeah, that's what it basically comes down to. We gotta so Wonder Man's not even a superhero. That's how I say Marvel Studios is completely trash, and which it don't make any sense because we have said this many times on this channel. There's no reason for any of these movies, any of these TV shows to be failing because you got the blueprint. You already know what works. All you got to do is take what's on comics and put it on TV. That's all you got to do, and you'll make billions. Every Marvel Cinematic Universe movie came out should have made billions, because you already have what you need to make billions with. Okay? Alright guys, that's about all I have to say. Thank you guys for sticking around with us. If you want more content like this, you know what to do. Leave them down in the comments down below. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rumble, BitChute, follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram. And also please donate to our Patreon so we can continue to grow our channel. Thank you guys. We are comics.